Alright, so Shalom Yasharahla. We're bringing in the last day of Pesach now. Started last night. Today is April 9th. And we bring the 5th day of the week. And it's just a candid moment. We're having breakfast right now. Some potatoes and fried potatoes and onions, some eggs, and homemade pancakes with the maple syrup. That's how the eggs looking. So people take pictures. I'll just show you the real thing on the video. Look, red skin potatoes right there, and homemade potatoes from scratch, homemade pancakes from scratch. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I want to talk about is the fact that we're in the Passover season right now. It's about to be over. Next month is going to be Bakwar, First Fruits, Feast of Ingathering, and the Feast of Weeks, Shabbat, right? Which we'll be celebrating here in Ohio together on the Shabbat of May 23rd. Anybody else in any other states invited to come, but Ohio, we're going to be trying to do that together. Where brothers from other states said they will be coming out just because it's easier for 200 people to be in one place and for smaller bodies to come to where 200 people are, as opposed to us in Ohio trying to go to someplace else. Like I said, we 200 plus people. The different congregations and schools, synagogues within Ohio. So this season's coming to an end, but one thing the Father and Hamashiach really want us to do is Ashara, llévala a la cocina. One thing the Father wants us to do is come together with more and to fellowship more. Sit down and eat and talk and spend time together with each other more. Because that's how we get to know each other. That's how we grow stronger as a body. And we grow a shalom and we get confidence in each other and trust in each other. If we meeting together and talking and filling each other out. Know those that labor among you, as the scriptures say. The scriptures also say, be not hasty to credit any man. Which means I'm going to judge you based on my interaction with you, not what somebody says about you. But in order for me to do that, I got to know you. In order for me to know you, I got to communicate with you personally, interact with you. That's what we need to start doing more in our own cities where we live at. You got brothers in the city where we are right now, which is Columbus, Ohio. Supposed to be Israelites, supposed to believe in the Messiah, supposed to believe in the law, but they fellowship with somebody on a computer. On a computer. Internet. 800 miles away. But locally, no interaction. That's ridiculous, man. Whoever's teaching you should be teaching you to unify with the brothers and sisters in your area, in your state, in your city. Not just to unify with them. Because our nation is bigger than our camp. Remember that. The nation you belong to is bigger than whatever camp you associate yourself with. And that's what's going to stand at the end of the day anyway. At the end of the day, your camp ain't going to stand, man. At the end of the day, whatever name you chose for yourself because it comes from the Bible, it ain't going to stand. What's left standing at the end of the day is told from Genesis to Revelation, which is Yasharahla, which is Israel, which is Israel. You might pronounce it differently, but that's going to be left standing. So you might as well learn how to bring all these different camps together now and work out our differences now and get to our unified body of Yasharahla now from this time forward. Start where you live at. Get on Facebook, get on YouTube, find out who's in your city and fellowship with them. You got different doctrines that need to be worked out? Work them out. You got different camps that got different doctrines. These camp leaders need to all come together and sit down over a weekend or over a few days and go to the scriptures and go through history and record it publicly so people can know who's coming from what angle. So everybody can know who's dealing with pride and who's dealing with humility, who's dealing with their own personal opinion, and who's dealing with the facts that are laid before you. The record will be out there. All right? And the people's choice is going to prevail through the power of Hamashiach, because the people's choice is who makes the argument. That's why people follow different camps, because they make a good argument. But they haven't heard the perspective of the other camps until they get indoctrinated. Anyway, a side note, maybe some of what I said seemed kind of gibberish. Maybe some of it is very valid. Just remember, this was coming off the top of the head now. The point I'm making is that when you come into the truth, you don't have a monopoly on these men. No camp has a monopoly on the truth. Because Hamashiach told us that even in his time, that there were other sheep that the disciples didn't even deal with and don't know about. But when they knew about each other, they fellowshiped in unity. So you really have to get off your own behind in your own city and get with your brothers and sisters, find out where they are, and fellowship with them. See what you can do to gain more respect and more dedication and more communication and more trust amongst our nation as a people. And of course we got the conference that's coming up, hosted by the Light of Zion down in Fort Lauderdale. Look them up. The Light of Zion, Thee, Light of Zion. In Fort Lauderdale is hosting the third Hebrew Israelite Summit, the third summit for all Yasharahla from all over the world, all of the United Snakes of America, to all come together and be brothers and family structure, government structure, and start to work out our differences, right? That's what you got to do. So the platform is being set up, and the movement has already started to bring Yasharahla together as a body. But you got to get in where you fit in. You got something to bring to the table, bring it. You don't got nothing to bring to the table, you still sit down and eat. You understand? Ain't no monopoly on nothing. We want people, we want nation. Right there, Yata? Come, Yasharahla. Okay, Papa. So we want people, one nation. So we're supposed to come together down in Fort Lauderdale, 8th, 9th of May. All right? As one body. Try to work out different differences that we may have. And become strong and unified, start using these resources to benefit the kingdom of the Most High. And that covers so many different angles and so many different areas. But it starts with you. You just as important as the next brother or the next sister. They got 100 men following them. Look at Yahweh, he came on the scene. All right? Shows, 2 men, and everything blew up from there. He didn't have the whole nation following him. He had 2 men. And those 2 men following him blossomed into what we have today. Pharisees, Sadducees, Essenes, Zealots, those aren't a unified party now. You might have remnants of those people around in terms of ideologies, but the believers in Yahweh in some shape, form, or fashion is what stayed behind what we have now. And that's what we have to do. Believe in Hamashiach, come with our other brothers and sisters, and work together as a body. Alright? Those are just words of encouragement as we close up this last period of Pesach. We left Matazayim together. We went down together. We stayed together. And we coming up out of this captivity together also as one nation. When you read in Jeremiah 23, Jeremiah chapter 3, Hosea chapter 1, Ezekiel chapter 20, all throughout the scriptures that tell you that we're going to leave out of this place as one body. So let's cut through all the garbage that we put in between us, and let's clear the air. Let's get together, let's work out some sort of common foundation that we can build off of as a nation of Yasharahla. Oh yeah, I say Yahweh, I don't say Ahaya. Because I can go into the archaeology, I can go into the history, I can go into the old Hebrew text and show Yahweh's being there. You might say a higher because you can go into something else and show a higher. Let's sit down. Let's not go by what one man is teaching and talking and follow after him because he presents some evidence before us. Now, the scripture says that every man is right in his own eyes, but his neighbor comes and weighs him. His neighbor comes and judges him and weighs out what he's saying. Anybody can convince anybody that what they're saying is right. That's why you have so many different religions and denominations. Because people can convince people that their point is the best point and the only point. But has that point stood the test of time? Has that point been challenged by other people that are educated that don't have that same opinion? That's the true test of if the doctrine is valid or not. Not can I teach it good to you, but can somebody else come and challenge it and it still stand up and be right or be proven wrong? If it's proven wrong, then we got to change it. That's the whole thing we're going through with Ahiah and Yahweh and Cornelius and Ruth and all these different things. Okay? And remember, I'm closing on this. If you want to divide Israel, all you have to do is introduce a doctrine that you know is disagreeable with people. And that's going to cause division. And that's what Satan is doing throughout all these different Israelite camps. Everybody's making all these different posts and videos about this doctrine is right, this doctrine is wrong, and these different topics. But ain't nobody making no videos about Yasharahla coming together under the Torah and under Hamashiach. And that's what Hamashiach was on. Hamashiach was on bringing his people together under the laws of the Most High, repentance and salvation and mercy and grace. You understand? The Messiah wasn't on, well, I'm going to flow with these cats over here because they believe in the resurrection or they don't believe in the resurrection. You understand? Some of them Sadducees that was with Yahushua didn't believe in the resurrection. Some of the Pharisees that were with him believed in the resurrection. But they all came together and he straightened everything out under his salvation that he came to bring for the world. So why are we letting these different doctrines about Gentiles and is it Ahiah or Yahweh or we supposed to leave America, not leave America? And half these cats talking about we supposed to leave and flee Babylon, y'all cats are still here. You smell me? So y'all still here. So obviously it ain't that much conviction to where you're going to just pack up all your stuff and dip down south of the border or even north of the border. You understand what I'm saying? So these different doctrines are being introduced and pushed by Satan to cause division among the body of Yasharahla. Why do I say that? Because that's all it's doing. It's only causing division. It ain't bringing no unity. It's causing one camp to bash against another camp. It's been happening now for years, and it needs to stop, man. And the way it's going to stop is by unifying under one banner of nationality and the Messiah. And then once we do that, we can sit down, bring our records together and evidence, and then we can iron out the different disagreements we have in our doctrines. Okay? So, with that, I say, may the Most High bless you all in the name of His anointed Son. Yabarakakam Aliyawan Basham Banwa Hamashiach. Alright? So I left that, and we leave it like that. Shalom Lakam.